Hey guys, Spidey G09 coming at you, hoping that you have had a marvelous day. Coming to you with a different type of video here. In my career, I have been a certified real estate appraiser, and that training and expertise has led me to really love to seek out value and the value of things and where prices are going. And that's what I want to come talk to you about today. I've been really looking at these Walmart exclusive Clone Wars Black Series figures that have been released. They were released, I believe, back in like August, July, August, and they've been hitting the shelves and been watching these figures on third-party sites like Mercari and eBay and some Facebook pages, and just really intrigued by what the value of these figures have been doing. And I want to dive into that and show you those things, see kind of what is happening right now, this very day in the marketplace on those particular figures. And before I do that, I want to make a comment about scalping. I hate it. Don't like scalpers. Don't like people who go into these stores and buy everything that they see, who use bots to be able to buy everything online and prevent collectors like myself. I'm an open box collector. I'll give you a quick little, see if I can do this on my laptop, spin around view of my display. I buy to collect. Not a fan at all when it comes to that, but I do love hunting for that particular item that I want, buying it, and watching the value grow. That I do love. Is one of the many elements of collecting that I enjoy. And so before I talk about the value of these figures, let's talk about what creates value. Now, this is really not debatable. If you have a lot of demand and scarcity, very few of that item, people pay more for it. If you have a lot of something and very little demand, the value drops. And that's why you see figures that are peg warmers drop in value, and why you see figures that are exclusive, limited releases, for whatever reason, distribution wasn't great, or demand just exceeded the amount of distribution that was created, then the value goes up. Okay, so with that, we're going to go here to actionfigure411.com. Love this site simply because there's no agenda behind it. It's just simply, hey, here's what people are paying. It's reaching out there into these third-party sites, particularly eBay, and seeing what is being paid for these particular items. And it's pretty static, like it's real time. So with that, let's scroll down here and look for these Walmart exclusive Clone Wars series figures. We're going to start with, let's see here, Ashoka Tona. Now, very fortunate that for me, back in August, I ordered 3 Ashoka Tonas off of eBay. Why did I order 3? Well, I just didn't trust that if I only ordered 1, that the person would send it to me. Now, I'm not a big eBay guy. I don't like it. I like to call it Evil Bay. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get what you want. And I paid like $65. Once you factor in shipping and all that, it's like anywhere from $55, $65 to pre-order and Ashoka Tona. And I pre-ordered 3 of them. And sure enough, October came when they were supposed to be mailed and shipped, and they were not. Didn't receive it. Still have not received one to this day. But as fate would have it, 2 weeks ago, walking into Walmart, not expecting to find anything on the Star Wars rack, and sure enough, a single Ashoka Tona was hanging on the peg. Could not believe it. Literally lost my mind. Posted a video about it previously, and a hunt video. Check it out, see my reaction real time. And so anyways, let's see what the value of this figure was done. Now, it started out, you can see retail here says $20.99. I bought mine for $24.99. Not sure why the retail is showing that. However, we can go back here to July, and we see that when this was first announced, and people had, somehow people get copies beforehand. I'm not sure I understand it, kind of in the Philippines or whatnot or what have you. But some people can get their hands on it before it's ever released or distributed, and those people put it on third-party sites for sale, and it was selling for $59. And continued to go until it kind of peaked here at around $65. And then we saw the price drop. Well, let's talk about why the price dropped. Demand did not drop. Availability increased. It started meeting the demand, and therefore to sell it, you had to beat out your competitor, the price had to be lowered. And that's what you see happening here. These started hitting the shelves and being delivered to those people who were able to order it online around October. And you saw the price dip. And I think what's happening now is twofold. Number one, most obvious, if you haven't been watching the Mandalorian Disney Plus show, I'd ask you to stop listening because I'm about to spoil something for you if you haven't guessed it already. But Ashoka Tona live action debuted last week. And it was an amazing debut, wonderful adaptation to live action of Ashoka Tona. If you're like me and you loved the Clone Wars animated series, gosh, back when I used to actively appraise real estate as a real estate appraiser, I would stay up late nights typing out these appraisals while watching episodes of the Clone Wars, and really, really enjoyed our little snips, as Annie would call her. But she would call him Annie. But anyways, Anakin and Ashoka Tana. And, so there are people likely who did not watch the Clone Wars, but are Star Wars fans, Mandalorian fans, that saw the show and now want all things Ashoka Tana. And so I think that's why you're seeing demand here increase, and therefore, because there's still limited supply, demand increase, value increases with it. Second reason why I think these values are increasing is people are realizing that they're never going to see this Walmart exclusive on the shelf. Now, I was very fortunate. I've seen one, and let me tell you, I go to a couple of Walmarts 2 or 3 times a week, and you almost never see anything like this as an exclusive on the shelf. You have to hunt really, really hard and be very, very fortunate. So anyways, there's where the value is with Ashoka Tana. And let's back up here. We'll highlight this again. So Ashoka Tana has increased $15.18 from her release. And frankly, guys, I think it's more than that, because this $129, Lord have mercy, not $129, $29.99 retail. I really think it's around $24.99. Not sure why that's showing. And this is 180 sales. There's quite a few sales here. Again, the high has been $89.95, and some lucky person got it for $19.20. Well, not me, but anyhow. Next, we have the 32nd clone trooper here, and this clone trooper is, has the Ashoka Tana paint scheme here on her head, which was, kind of a tribute to Ashoka Tana, showing that they still viewed her as a leader, even though she had reduced her rank as a commander in the clone army when she no longer was a Jedi, if I remember correctly. So with that being said, this is a great looking figure here. I do not have this one. I've looked and looked and looked. I haven't been able to pay the prices that people are asking yet, but just waiting for that right purchase for myself. But let's see what this figure has done. When it first came out again in July, those early buyers paid $58, $56, and then it's kind of the peak was right out of the gate, and this has kind of been on a decline ever since. It's a little bit of an uptick here at $43 as of today. Again, retail was $24.99. Current sales price $43. And of that one, we've had 164 transactions recorded by action figure 411. That means we've had a price increase of $17.95. We got our highs and lows here. Low of $29.99, high of $60. And next, we have the Mandalorian Loyalist. Mandalorian Loyalist. And I would tell you, of this wave, this appears to be the hottest figure today. Why is it hot? Well, I think for a couple of reasons. Number one is a couple of weeks ago, some stuff going around, or a week or so ago, some stuff going around the interwebs that there's going to be a variation of this guy. And the variant, probably not intentional, but there's a lack of paint here on the jetpack and a lack of scuffing, or maybe paint here on the chest plate. Now, maybe someone just has one like that, but there's some belief that this may have some variations, creating a variant inside of the Wave, which was already a Walmart exclusive. I think that's why this one has upticked in value, because you can see coming out of the gate, $55, high $59. Again, value dropped here in October when availability increased with the release inside of Walmart and people receiving them on the shipments in, and now it's up to $53. So this is, this is high, and this is the one that I see, people kind of chasing after right now, including myself. I'm not gonna lie to you, I really want one. I can't bring myself to pay $53. I'm really hoping that maybe I can trade for one. But that Mandalorian Loyalist started out at $24.99 with a high of $90, low of $28, but it has seen a $24 increase overall, which is incredible. I mean, it's double what it costs to buy it. Next, we have the Mandalorian Super Commando. Let's pull this up. Very interesting looking figure. If you haven't seen the Clone Wars, you probably were like, what is this? Well, Darth Maul, again, these are spoilers. Darth Maul had taken over the Mandalorian home city, and in doing so, wielding the dark saber, he became controlling, I don't know what the word would be, but he was in control of the Mandalorians, and they painted their armor, their Beskar and their armor, to look like Darth Maul, and added even these horns up here, as you see. And that's why these are called the Mandalorian Super Commandos. And they fought Ahsoka Tona and her stormtroopers. No, it's her stormtroopers within a different episode. However, with that, came out hot out the gate. I kind of remember people thinking that this unique, Mandalorian figure was going to be the most sought after. We see that peak at about $65, and then a steep decline. Why a steep decline? Again, these started showing up in the Walmarts, and then people's pre-orders came in, and people started selling them on third-party sites. And right now, it's sitting at about $41. Going to be interesting to see what this one does over time. But right now, $41. I was able to find one of these in the wild. Went into a Walmart about, 4 weeks ago, something like that, and walked in, and there on the shelf, not near any kind of Star Wars display, like near wrestling figures or something, and was sitting these Mandalorians. It looked like they had came in a case, only Mandalorian Super Commandos, and there they were sitting. And I was able to get myself one at the lovely price of $24.99. You can see that's sitting around $42.75 today, with a $17.76 increase, high of $65, low of $29. So just to recap, we got of these 4 Walmart exclusives: Ahsoka, high $89.95, Mandalorian Loyalist, $90, Clone War Trooper, $60, Mandalorian Super Commander, $65. So, guys, these exclusives have a way of becoming, very valuable over time, because there tends to be less of them. When there's fewer of them and high demand, value goes up. And with that, that is your market update today on the Black Series Walmart exclusive Clone Wars edition Star Wars action figures. I hope you've enjoyed listening to this video. If you have, guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does bless me to see it. I am going to continue to try to bring you value with each video as I just grow as someone who's creating content that you'd enjoy, and just keep coming back, and we'll get better and better and better together. Guys, you have a friend in me. I love you. I hope you have a marvelous afternoon.